All right, if you got something going on in your life you want to share it with Bert Show fam, go ahead, send us an email at thebertshow.com. In this case, she thinks she might be being too competitive. She really wants to beat her ex to the altar.
Good morning, Bert Show. I know I should be working instead of writing this email, but my brain is consumed with whether or not I'm a bad person. I figured the Bert Show would be honest and tell me, so here it goes. I want to elope with my fiance this weekend in order to beat my ex to the altar. Please hear me out before you pass judgment. This ex would be labeled as my dating antichrist. It was a tumultuous, on-again, off-again relationship. I finally got the courage to leave after he cheated on me for a second time. The breakup happened 4 years ago, and since then, I met the love of my life. We got engaged this past New Year's. He's my everything, and I adore him. We haven't done the first bit of wedding planning. A big wedding isn't really a priority for either one of us. We both come from small families, though we both have siblings who are already married. I say that because that means both our parents have enjoyed the big wedding experience. I honestly don't think they care or be surprised that we eloped. A confirmed rumor got back to me that my ex is getting married on Sunday. They're having a small ceremony in his parents' backyard with, yep, you guessed it, the woman he cheated on me with. We're both from a small town, and there's no lack of small town gossip, so of course it was going to get back to me. Being from a small town, we have a ton of mutual friends on Facebook. That's why I want to elope to Vegas this Saturday and post before their wedding on Sunday. I know, it's super petty. For the record, I do love my fiance and plan to be with him my entire life, whether we get married on Saturday or a year from now.
I do love my fiance and plan on being with him all weekend.
The bonus of getting married Saturday would be to outsparkle my cheating ex.
Wow.
I mean, if a Vegas wedding is good enough for J-Lo and Ben, it surely is good enough for us.
All right, let's get into this for a second because I'm a little out of my league. Cassie, I don't know if you want to get in on this or not, but we have taken calls, and we've talked about this before, how like sometimes you find out that your ex is moving on, they're getting married, or they get pregnant, and it stings some people. Like, oh, gosh, that hurts. I mean...
Wasn't prepared for it.
Wasn't prepared for it.
Not prepared, not even that. Wasn't prepared for that information. Wasn't prepared for my reaction. Because that happened to me in the drive-thru of Skyline Chili after a freaking Pearl Jam concert.
You remember longitude and latitude lines.
All the deets. And I saw a guy who was friends with my dating antichrist, and he told me he was expecting a baby. And the gut punch that it was.
Why did he tell you that? What was the point?
I don't know. That was also the dude that tried to hide in the closet to watch us having sex that one time.
Oh,
so
makes sense now.
he was a little off.
Mm-hmm.
So...
You're just a little.
A slight bit.
Yeah.
But I do, and I remember going back to the hotel room and just... couldn't even eat my coney from Skyline, and it looked so glorious with all that shredded cheese on top because I was sobbing because my ex was having a baby, and I didn't care about him. I didn't want to be with him. There was just something about that information that rocked me.
Cass?
Same thing happened to me. Like, I was actually dating Chad at the time. My friend called and was like, oh, you need to go check out your ex's Facebook page. He's having a baby. And I was just like, I didn't like him. I didn't love him. I didn't want to be with him. I think it was more that, like, that was the path that we were on at some point. And so it kind of felt like a weird stolen future. Like, that could have been me. And I didn't even want a baby. It's weird what your mind will do to you in those moments. But it was just like, that was supposed to be me, and I had no choice over it, and it's not. And now you're moving on, and it almost feels like they won and you didn't.
Because...
Even though that's not true.
Huh.
It plays tricks on your mind.
Really?
Yeah. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, I just don't have that gear. I think, that I've appreciated everybody that I've dated. I've had incredible, wonderful relationships, but if I find out tomorrow that an ex got married or having a kid, I'd go, oh, that'd be about it. Oh.
Well, it would be different now for me. I think this was because I was younger, like in my mid-20s, and like still like figuring out life and what I wanted, and I didn't know what I wanted, so it felt like a door like officially closed. Now I would not care.
Yeah, I never understood that mindset. I don't, once I'm with someone new, I don't even think about my ex, like, in any way, shape, or form. Like, I don't even think she should be thinking about her ex this much while you're going down the altar to marry a brand new guy. Like, your focus should be the two of you.
You don't think about your
Right.
like, it's not that you think about your exes. I hadn't thought about them, but it's when somebody brings information like that to your front door, and now you're forced to think about them. And Cassie's right. Like, now I wouldn't have that reaction now because I'm in a happy place. I'm established. Like, I'm with the love of my life. I have it. Like, life is good. But in my early 20s, when that bomb hit, didn't know who I was, wasn't where I wanted to be, didn't know what like. You're just in a completely different mindset.
Yeah, there's no ego win and loss column here. So, you don't.
Sure about that?
You don't win. You don't win if you get to the altar first. You don't win if you have a baby first. So, it seems rushed and silly to me. And the ex won't think twice about it. I don't think. If he finds out that you got married before he won't think twice about it.
And speaking of rushed, I mean, it's two sides to every coin. So if you rush to get married, you also might be on a rush to get a divorce
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
So how do you really win?
I say don't even do it. Don't spend the money. Don't give it any power at all.
The Bert Show.
So, first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get The Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.